Alright, we're gonna do that again because that was a weird interruption. So we'll start 3, we'll go 4, we'll go 5, and we'll get back into it. 3-second inhale. Pause. Exhale. 4 seconds on each. Inhale through the nose. Pause. Exhale. Long breath, 5-second inhale through the nose. Pause. Exhale. Pause. And just find your natural rhythm of breath here. So just a reminder, guys, as we're making our way through, we don't necessarily want to think about our breath too much, but we want to be mindful of it, come back to it, and we want to find a smooth inhale, smooth exhale as we're making our way through. So don't worry necessarily about the seconds, but more so finding kind of that smooth inhale, smooth exhalation. So sitting up nice and tall, shoulders rolled down and back. And pretend you got that imaginary string, it's pulling you up nice and tall, so we're finding space between each vertebrae. And we're reaching our knees towards the ground. So kind of a weird cue, but it kind of opens up the hips a little bit. So I have my hands on my feet for some leverage. I'd recommend doing the same sort of thing. We're gonna sit up nice and tall, and then forward fold. Use your feet for some leverage right here to get into our hips this morning, get into our low back a little bit. We wanna let mostly gravity do the work, and then just give yourselves a little bit of a pull when you feel like you're a little bit ready for the stretch. Inhale, let's sit up nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Pulling yourself a little bit more. Inhale, we'll sit up nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Getting a little bit more into your hips. One more time, inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, fold and pull yourself a little bit more, open up our hips just a little bit. And then go ahead and come back up. Alright, let's go out. We're gonna go, alright, let's do this, yeah. We're gonna go wide with our feet. So this kind of wide seated position right here. We're gonna do what we've been doing a bunch lately. We're gonna reach for our toes on this side. We'll use our breath to get a little bit deeper into our stretches. So both hands gonna go up and overhead. Roll your shoulders down and back here, biceps frame the ear. Rotate towards your right foot and then fold over that right side. If you can get to your toes, great. If we're not quite there, we need to reach like towards our shin, all good, especially because we're just kind of waking things up. Want to stay rooted through both sit bones here, so both booty cheeks rooted to the ground. Inhale, come up, frame the foot. Exhale, forward fold. Using that exhale to get a little millimeter more stretch out. Inhale, we'll come up. Exhale, fold over that right side. One more time, inhale. Exhale, reaching, get into that right hamstring. Inhale, we'll go ahead and reset back to the top. Both hands up overhead, biceps frame the ear. Rotate towards your left foot, forward, or fold over that left side. Same sort of thing right here. Want to be reaching for our toes, but if we're not quite there, breathe into where you are. Let's use our breath here. So we're gonna inhale, come up, frame that left foot. Exhale, let it go, get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Inhale, we'll come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, one more time, come up. Exhale, fold up. Notice what happened to your breath as we started moving. Want to find that rhythmic inhale, rhythmic exhale. Come back up. Nice. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and go both feet out in front of you. Plant both hands behind. Scoot your right foot in, and then you're going to cross this left ankle over your right knee for a little figure four stretch. So however you want to get here, we're just going to hit a little seated figure four as we get things rolling. I want to stay active through our left foot, so toes are flexed. The closer your heel is to your booty, the more intense the stretch is going to be, so back off a little bit if you need to. But we're going to try to use our breath here to work a little bit more into this stretch as well. So we'll inhale, exhale, try to scoot your booty just forward a little bit. Nothing super crazy. Inhale, exhale, we'll look to scoot it just a little bit more forward. One more time, let's inhale. Exhale, scoot that booty forward just a little bit deeper into the stretch, a millimeter at a time. Go ahead and back off, and then we'll switch. So left foot will be planted on the ground, right ankle over that left knee. Same kind of thing. Find that initial stretch position, then we're going to work a little bit deeper into it. So find that foot positioning to adjust the difficulty, or adjust the intensity, is a better way to phrase that. Find your breath. So we'll inhale, and then we'll exhale, we'll scoot like an inch forward. Inhale. Exhale, a little bit deeper into the stretch. And using our exhale to remind ourselves that it's a safe position for our body. So we want to move with that intent. Inhale. Exhale, a little bit deeper. So scoot that booty forward a little bit. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Last little scoot forward. Really opening up through our right side. Go ahead and reset. Both feet to the ground. Then we'll head to all fours. So hands and knees. Alrighty, hold on. Hands and knees. So just a reminder, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're gonna start, yes, with a little juice it up. Nice, close up. So hip circles, what we're doing right here. So either take them wide, take them narrow, whatever. Just feeling into your hip sockets, and whatever movement is calling you this morning. No right way, no wrong way. Just is what it is. And just working on what feels good. Make sure to switch up the direction of your rotation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on down. I'm gonna go this way so you guys can see me better. So we're gonna do a little frog stretch. So you're gonna have your feet together, knees wide, and we're gonna work into like the inside of our thigh. It can be pretty intense. The further out your knees are, the more intense the stretch. So start kind of narrowish, and then we're gonna do the same sort of thing where we expand out a little bit. So knees wide, feet together. First, we want to find this position, and then if it feels okay, come down to your forearms. Sorry, it's hard for me to demo and see. Get you guys to see everything, but come down to your forearms. And once again, find that comfortable position, slightly uncomfortable position with your knees. That'll adjust the intensity of the stretch. And then slowly just start rocking forwards and backwards. And kind of working into like the inside of your thigh, inside of your hip area. Same sort of thing here as we still juice it up, just kind of like rocking, feeling, opening up through our inner thigh. Not an area that's often stretched. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come back up to your palms and be very gentle as you kind of close your hips up like a book. We're gonna hit some hips don't. Yeah, seriously. We're gonna hit some cat-cow. So on our cow, we're going to, well, first things first, in any sort of position like this, any sort of plank position, first thing to note, fingers should be spread wide. You want to create as much surface area as you can. All 10 fingers are going to be pressed down. On our cow, we're going to dip our chest down, bend at the elbows, and look up. Cat's going to be the exact opposite. All 10 fingers pressed down. We're rounding and doming our spine, pressing all fingers down, and kind of feeling that stretch on your shoulder blades, just tucking your chin. So we're going to use our breath right here as well. So let's go ahead, inhale, or hit our cow pose, dip your chest down, look up, bend at the elbow. Exhale, let's hit our cat. Around and dome your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, all 10 fingers pressed. Inhale, bend at the elbows, look up, you got a cow. Exhale, round and dome your spine. Really press those fingers down, feel the spread of your shoulder blades. Inhale, hit our cow. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, send it up to cat. One more time through. Inhale, we'll hit our cat. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Cat pose. Do some cat pose. And then go ahead and reset. Come back to all four. Alright, we're gonna do a little, what up, Juice? Juice is trying to get loose. We're gonna come to the ground, so come to your chest. We're gonna do this little chest opener stretch. It can be kind of funky, but I think it's solid, so that's why we're doing it. So you're gonna go along with your right arm. You wanna make it a T, and then play around with this position either up or down to adjust the intensity of the stretch. We're gonna roll on over to this right side. You're gonna send your left foot up and over if that feels okay. And you can have this left hand sort of wherever. I kind of use it as leverage. We're trying to open up through our right chest a little bit and also through our low back. So I don't know what this stretch is called, Sarah. If you're in this, let me know after. Or Juice. It's like a weird half scorpion thing. But once again, looking for a stretch on the right pec, if you will, and a little bit on the low back. The further that left foot is scooted kind of away from your body, the more you're going to feel it on the back. And just breathe. Three, two, one. Go ahead and come back to just laying crocodile or alligator. Okay, nice. Go along with your left arm, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to send that right foot up and over, just plant it on the ground, and you should be feeling the stretch in the left pec, a little bit on the low back here as well. Use your right hand to kind of press for some leverage to adjust the intensity of the stretch. And scoot this left arm up and down. It should not feel like a pinch in your chest. If it does, it means it's too high up, so scoot it down a little bit lower. And breathe. Crocodile stretch, nice. 3, 2, 1, go ahead and reset. Bring your hands in kind of by your armpits. So we're going to press up, hit a little cobra pose. Send your hips backwards, child's pose. So play around with your knee position here for more mobile hips. You want maybe knees together, feet together. You need to back off on that. You can go knees wide, but have your feet together. Crawl your fingers as tall as you can, so really feeling that stretch in your lats. And you're sinking your hips backwards at the same time. So really feeling that pull. Come back up to all fours. Come down to your chest, press up, cobra. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up high, downward facing dog. All 10 fingers are pressed down, fingers are spread out wide. And then pedal it on out, bend one knee at a time. Give your calves a little stretch. Hammies a little bit of a stretch. You're gonna tippy-toe to meet your hands to the front of your mat, forward fold. Once we're here, have your head hang heavy. And release your hands at your elbows for some leverage. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no, and in a forward fold, really bend your knees as much as you need to. We're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time. As we inhale, hands go up and overhead. Drop them down to heart center. We'll hit our mountain pose, so we're actively standing. Big toe, pinky toe, heel, rooted down. Think about spreading the floor. Kneecaps rise up a little bit. Palms face away from your body. Shoulders roll down and back, feeling strong. We're gonna go, actually walk your feet so they're together. We're gonna hit our little chair pose, so we're kind of actively pulling everything into our body, going backwards with our booty, and then bending at the knees, keeping our feet rooted. Really can feel a stretch in, for me, it feels a lot in my ankles, which is great. Both arms up overhead, Sink your booty down, chair pose, knees are together. Breathe. Sink it down just a little bit more. Inhale, we stand, mountain pose. Exhale, sink it on down, let's hit our chair. Inhale, let's come up, mountain pose. Exhale, hit our chair, knees together, sinking down, really feeling that stretch. Kind of just wherever you're tight in your lower body. It'll depend just on your anatomy. For me, like I said, I feel a lot on my ankles. Sink that booty down just a little bit more. Come up to stand. Just grab your right foot. Bring that heel to your booty, a little standing quad stretch. We're gripping the ground with our left foot, just like we were, so big toe, pinky toe, heel. Left arm up overhead, bicep with the ear. Slowly going to tilt forward. Really reaching our fingertips towards the wall. Kick your hand, or excuse me, kick your foot into your hand. Little standing bow. Turn it into a small little back bend. Look up. Slowly reverse your steps. Arm comes down. Don't slingshot your foot. Slowly control as your right foot lowers to the ground. Grab our left foot. Standing quad stretch to begin. Knees are together. Soft bend in our right knee. Glutes are squeezed. Oh yeah, we're hitting tree and a little standing bow. It's good stuff. Right arm up overhead. Slowly tilting forward. Fingertips really reaching towards whatever wall's in front of you. Kick your foot into your hand. Look up and it'll turn into a small little back bend. Breathe. You're okay. If you fall out of it, just get back in. Slowly reverse your steps. Come to stand. Right arm comes down to your side. Don't slingshot. Right foot is planted. Let's do a little hamstring stretch before we finish up. So we'll do this little active hamstring stretch that we've been doing a lot lately. Right heel gonna be forward, toes up, soft bend in this right knee. Flat back as we fold, so booty back, broad chest. And then surrender into the fold. And we'll get active with our breath right here too. So we're gonna inhale, roll our shoulders down and back, flatten your spine. Exhale, a little bit deeper into this fold. Inhale, roll your shoulders down and back, we flatten. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, shoulders down and back. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, let's go ahead and reset. Come back up to the top of your mat, shake it on out. Left heel forward, toes up, soft bend in this left knee. We're gonna fold with our flat back first, so hips back, broad chest. And then we surrender. Inhale, roll those shoulders down and back, flatten your spine. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, shoulders down and back. Exhale, we fold. One more time. Inhale, shoulders down and back. Fold. And go ahead and come to standing. I'm going to practice that fold with a flat back as well, so arms out to a T, knees are bent, booty behind you, fold, 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 and then surrender. Plant your hands at the top of your mat, walk back to a push-up position, and then we're going to slowly lower to the ground. Little mini chaturanga. Press up to cobra, shift your hips back to child's pose. Curl those fingers forward, sink your hips back. Probably feels a little bit different than the last time we were in this child's pose. Come back up to all fours, and then come to a comfortable seated position. Alrighty guys, that is going to be the morning mobility for May 11th, 2020. Thank you guys for coming on out. As always, a namaste to the divine in me, honors and sees the divine in all of you. Thank you guys for showing up to your mat. thank yourself for showing up to your mat, for taking care of not only your physical health, but definitely mental health as well. That's what yoga helps me with, the mental just as much as the physical. I do have a quote for you guys. Can't get out of here without a quote. Let's go. It's kind of hard to see, but nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Lao Tzu. Nice. Alrighty guys, I'll see you in here on Wednesday. Once again, tell your friends, tell your family, and I'll see you soon.